What's going on, my Twisted Army? It's your boy Magic Pat, and we have another Tackle Tuesday for you. We're actually going to talk about the Okuma ITX-CB Reel. Okay, before we get started, I have a service announcement for you. We actually did it, so thanks to everybody for being a part of the Twisted Army, joining my YouTube channel, and being part of this. Thanks to you, I'm finally monetized, partially. We're partially monetized. I can now have memberships, super chats, that kind of stuff. We're about 800 watch hours away from being fully monetized, where we can start making some money off of this bad boy. So if you want to be a part of this fishing community, please subscribe to the channel, watch some of the videos, make sure you like it, do all that good stuff so we can get this thing fully running. I get some money off of it, and once we start getting paid, maybe we can start getting more stuff going on. We can do more trips, that kind of stuff. I can bring you better content, because the first thing up, we're going to have to get better filming equipment. So one thing about the gear that I have, not all of the gear in this house has caught a big fish, right? I just have too much gear to catch a giant fish on all of it. Just too much. We'll slowly build on that, but for right now, there's probably about 10 different setups that have caught big fish regularly, and the rest of them are like, you know, one or two here or there, or, you know, maybe just a few dozen good fish. However, this one right here, the ITX-CB, and this is the 4,000 size, I have caught more fish on this reel right here than any other setup in this entire house. I have caught everything you can think of as far as largemouth bass, smallmouth, spotted bass, shoal bass, hybrid bass, you know, striped bass. I've also caught redfish, Spanish mackerel, bluefish, small amberjack. This reel has caught so many fish. I've been using it now for almost 2 years. This is right at the 2nd year mark. Have had zero issues with this thing. It says it holds 230 yards of 10-pound test line, right? But as you can see, I fish braid. Most of my spinning setups, I fish braid. I can tell you for a fact, I put 450 yards of 15-pound braid on this bad boy. More than enough line to catch just about any kind of fish you could think of inshore and in freshwater, up to like your giant oversized monster fish. It gets around 12 to 15 pounds of drag. Doesn't sound right. Hold on, let me check real quick. I feel like I'm thinking of the older one. I actually have this up here because I don't remember everything this reel does, man. It does so much. Okay, correction. It does 22 pounds of drag, which is why I use it in saltwater. I was remembering the older ITX reel, which is a silver reel. This one is the black and gold, and it has the carbon fiber handle. Big thing about this one, super light. It is extremely lightweight. I have it paired with a SRT Inshore Elite rod, so it's like the lighter blue version rod. I mean, the whole setup barely weighs anything. I'm used to casting like plugs and stuff for Spanish mackerel from the beach all day without getting tired, which is super awesome because, you know, if you have like too heavy of a setup, we're not talking swim baits here where we're like chucking giant 18-ounce lures into a certain spot hoping for a magnum fish. This is one of those all-day grind type fishing. You can throw a lure just about all day without getting tired. So this reel was actually made to be introduced into the Japanese domestic market for bass fishing, and it's incredible for bass fishing. I'm telling you, I've done drop shots, Texas rig, you know, lighter stuff, you know, Ned rigs. I've done all that stuff on this, small crankbaits, even little tiny swim baits, like the little tiny ones, like 4 to 5 inch, like super light guys, like ½ an ounce. And it does all that incredibly. But I feel like this thing excels at saltwater. Now, it's not really rated for saltwater, so you have to rinse it after every time you use it. but I have had zero issue catching giant redfish. Like, this feels like an incredible inshore reel. 450 yards of 15-pound braid. I have taken it jigging and caught giant redfish. And as you can see behind me, I have videos of one of the big redfish and some of the other fish that I've caught on it just going on in the background. I've put it through super crazy adverse conditions. I've been out in storms with this. It gets beat around inside my kayak, and I dropped it by accident. You know, it just happens. Zero scuff marks, zero scratches. If anything, it's dirty from all the fish slime on it because I got into a really good Spanish mackerel run not too long ago, and it was literally coated in fish slime. It was disgusting. I've had zero intrusion from salt water. I did get a little salt underneath the cap one time because I got pretty much hit by a big wave. A boat comes shooting right past me and swamped me. So you do have to clean it out. It's not 100% rated for salt water. It's okay in salt water, but you do have to rinse this bad boy off. Super fast rate. This one right here, I want to say is a 6-to-1, so you can catch up to fish running really fast. I really like the carbon handle. It looks nice. It feels sleek. And this little, it's kind of like a foam, like an EVA foam knob for the handle. When it gets wet, it's like your hand sticks better to it. You don't lose, like a lot of times I'll reel a lure in and a fish will hit and your hand will slip. Because it happens, not all reels have the same kind of material on the handle. This one, I've never had that happen. It's like your hand sticks to it. The only downside I see to it, and I'm just now noticing now because I've got the light on it, is that this has gotten chewed up a little bit because it is foam. It is a harder foam, so it's not like weak or anything. But when you got fish jumping around and like, you know, bait knives and all that stuff, it has got a few little gashes in it, which doesn't bother me. It's not like it's coming off. It's just a cosmetic thing. So, I'm very difficult with my equipment. I put it through the harshest conditions possible. So it's all going to get scratched up eventually. So I don't care. As long as it works good and lasts forever, I'm fine with it. It don't have to look perfect. It ain't got to be beautiful 100% of the time, right? It just needs to continuously catch me big fish without falling apart. But I'm telling you, I use this thing all day, every day. I've literally used this thing just about every day this year at some point. There's probably been a 2-week period where I tried other reels to give this one a break, and I throw this thing all day. This has pretty much become my dedicated Spanish mackerel and hybrid bass reel at this point, because I will go to Panama City and I will throw casting jigs for the big Spanish mackerel, and sometimes I'll drop a jig down just because I'm feeling froggy, try to catch a big redfish. Or it is my dedicated fluke reel. I will throw flukes, just, you know, like double rig or just regular flukes for the hybrid bass and the striped bass, and it has literally stomped out these fish. There's only been one time that I felt like I was going to get spooled on this reel, and I believe I was hooked into a shark. So it was not a redfish, it was not a Spanish mackerel. It was something that this reel was not designed for, I'll put it that way. This could be used for king mackerel. I mean, you got a lot of line on this. I mean, and I didn't even pack it, you know, I packed it tight so you don't get like the dig in with the braid. But I didn't machine pack this. This is just hand packed with, you know, wet line so that it stays where it's supposed to. I mean, you could probably, if you got it professionally rigged up, you could probably get more line on it. But I mean, 450 yards with, you know, I've never done 22 pounds of drag. It says it can. I usually do around 10 to 15. That is more than enough to stop most king mackerel. You know, you start getting into like the 40, 50 pounders, this probably won't do it from land. But from a boat or from a kayak, this will handle a lot of really big fish. Very durable. Like I said, I have bounced it around the kayak. I've had fish smack it around. It has held up for over a year and a half in saltwater and freshwater, and has been one of my go-to reels for just about everything. So I know it was specifically designed for bass fishing, but this thing is just incredible around for everything. Like it does just about everything you need it to for an inshore or freshwater reels. So if you like them, look them up. You can order them, or if your fishing store around your town carries Okuma's products, get you one from a store and give it a try. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. They have a bunch of different sizes too. It goes from the 1,000 all the way up to the 4,000, so you can do the light action stuff all the way up to, like I said, with the 4,000 inshore stuff, catching redfish, speckled trout. You know, I probably will catch a baby tarpon on this at some point. I mean, it's a really good reel. And it doesn't break the bank. It's not super expensive either, you know what I mean? So get out there, give it a try, see how you like it. I plan to do more fishing with this and some other like crazy ways. Like we're going to try poppers and stuff like that for Jack Crevalle, really see if we can't torture this thing. And who knows, in another year, I'll let you know at the 3-year mark how this thing has held up. So anyway, I appreciate you. I will catch you back out on the water. Peace.